First set. Matosevic to serve. Ready? Play. Fifteen love. Fifteen all. Third 15. Forty, 15. First game. MAYER to serve. Fifteen love. Thirty love. Forty love. One game more. Finland.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this first round match between MATOSEVIC and Florian MAYER. It was a comfortable service game by each to settle themselves in. And Jeff, this is a matchup that could be a long one, because both of these guys like to manoeuvre their opponents around the court and be quite wary before they take the big shot on. Florian MAYER particularly has a lot of all-court craft within his game.
Well, that was case in point. He had a left-handed return of serve right there. And a big looping swing on the forehand. There it is.
Takes skill.
It does. I can't do anything left-handed.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Overruled, and a love game for Marinko MATOSEVIC, and he leads 2-1 in the first set.
MATOSEVIC leads 2 games 1.
Excuse me, do you know where my coach? Yeah, do you know where he's sitting? There he is, yeah, I saw. I just didn't see him. Could I get some tissues, please? Thank you very much.
Time.
Excuse me, do you know where my coach? Yeah, do you know where he's sitting? There he is, yeah, I saw.
It's a different cat, Marinko. That would be the first time that's been asked. Well, the umpire's got 8 linesmen he's got to worry about on court and organise the ball kids and the score, let alone know where Marinko's coach is sitting.
Bizarre, isn't it? A little insecurity, perhaps.
Left service.
Well struck.
15-0.
Well, he was asking about the coach, Jeff, and he will be working all year with Mark Woodford. Mark not here this week, was up in Brisbane. He's over in Adelaide at the World Tennis Challenge as a tournament director there.
Left service.
Be back with him in Melbourne. So this week, Josh Eagle, the Davis Cup coach, is looking after Marinko.
Left service.
And then they actually spent the breakthrough year together on the circuit, so they're well acquainted with each other.
Oh, that's nice. There's Josh Eagle.
15-30.
And Marinko must have found him, because he played this with serious intent.
We came off a good week last week, quarters in Brisbane. Lost there to Federer, a little disappointingly in the quarters 1-1. also disappointingly, Jeff, because the one thing that has been the struggle for Marinko is to actually feel comfortable in big matches and to feel like he belongs in those spaces. It's taken him a lot longer than others. He is getting there, and he will get there, but he didn't hang in long enough and competitively in Brisbane.
No, he didn't. He looked as if he wanted to get off court quickly in the end, that he was embarrassed about the situation, and that's okay, but you've got to get past that and just give it everything right till the very end.
So MAYER holds, and it's 2-all on serve.
2 games all.
Florian MAYER had a good week last week too to open the season with a semi-final in Doha. So he's had a big travel to get here. 16-hour flight from that region of the world, time changes. He won't be as fresh as what Marinko is. And another love game for MATOSEVIC, and he leads 3-2 first set.
MATOSEVIC leads 3-2. Time.
Florian MAYER serving at 2-3. First set here at the Apia International, first round men's singles.
It's an interesting player, Florian MAYER, isn't he? He's quite unique. He's got a really big swing on the forehand, more compact on the backhand.
He has the ability to change up matches because he's got a sort of a funky slice backhand, but it's a really effective shot. And he's the one player, in actual fact, that the defending champion here, Bernard Tomic, has had a lot of trouble with on tour because he goes back at Bernard with some of his own stuff.
Yeah, he was impressive in the win over Tomic in the Davis Cup in the zonal playoff. But he was the bane of our existence, win over Tomic and Hewitt there.
this stage of the match, it's Matosevic that just looks a little more settled and striking the ball cleanly. And also, I'm just watching the movement on MAYER, just not as sharp as what he might normally be. He seems a little laboured.
Good indication there of the movement of Matosevic. Got to the ball quickly.
30-40.
And that's what enabled him to set up for the pass.
We saw pictures last week of him training in the pre-season. There's no player has worked harder than Matosevic coming into this season. And that's even the top 4. He's got the break. Matosevic ahead 4-2 first set.
Matosevic leads 4-2.
That's the sort of shot that we were talking about off the back end. All of a sudden, decides not to roll over it and puts the second hand through with a slice. Very effective.
And difficult to read. He disguises it so well. He can change the shot at the last minute with that sort of preparation and flair that he has. First came to prominence, I guess, on the big stage in 2004. MAYER reached the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. So he's been out here a while, stalled a little bit in the middle of his career. He's 30 years of age now.
It's just missed timing a little. A couple of balls being beaten by the breeze shifting on him.
Led for service.
That's the improved serve. It's still not a major weapon in terms of speed, but the accuracy's improved a lot over the last year. Technically, it's getting sounder all the time, and he and Mark Woodford working a lot on that part of his game. Matosevic consolidates the break and leads 5-2 in the opening set.
Matosevic leads 5-2. Time. The Loftin. Net for service.
You never know with Marinko what might rattle him on a particular day.
Let for
Today he's
service.
looking quite good. I'm a little surprised he was. I ran into him in the lobby of the hotel this morning. And he was particularly irate with the Australian government because he had to try to renew his passport and had gone on, done everything online and printed it all up and gone to the post office, and they declined to accept it because it wasn't quite fitting on the page correctly, which I'm sure some of our viewers would understand. They've been through that. But he was huffing and puffing and carrying on and asking me, what should I do about this now? I said, well, mate, you're probably going to go out and print it a little larger and get it right, and then you'll be okay. But he's that sort of character.
Well, thank goodness he was able to find where his coach was sitting then.
Yeah. Again, just not quite at the ball, is he? He's just footwork's not as sharp as I'm used to seeing from MAYER. Just searching for the centre of the racket. But at the other end of the court, Marinko is firing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful return.
30-40.
Struck to perfection, found the line.
That's long, and the first set goes to the Aussie Marinko MATOSEVIC. Very impressive opening set. He took it 6 games to 2.
6 games to 2.
What? Yeah, this way, this way, this way. Behind the... Take it. Behind the Rico, you take the Rico, behind the Rico, you're on your right.
Time. Second set. Matosevic to serve. The Loftin.
You just get the feeling that Mayer is, as Todd's mentioned, not timing the ball sweetly, and in those circumstances, the forehand's going to be more likely to be the problem child. It's a big swing, and there's a lot of parts to it.
Well, this is a really important moment for Marinko, just to maintain his intensity to keep things ahead. These two have played 3 times together. Mayer leads 2-1. Both of these last year were played on clay, and they both went to 3 sets, with Mayer winning both of those.
Well, he's starting to time the ball a little more sweetly now, Mayer, and the longer this match goes, that's probably going to be the case.
Yeah. I also feel, though, Jeff, that Marinko best to try to keep it shorter and not play Mayer into form. Because he's the sort of player that does like to, manoeuvre around the court like that previous point. So trouble in the opening game for Matosevic. Break points.
It's pretty breezy on Ken Rosewell Arena at the moment. That's going to make life a little bit more difficult for Mayer, who's struggling to find his time. You can see the hair even in Matosevic there, just blowing around.
Mayer challenged the call on the right. Near the line, the ball was called out.
It was a good return. He decided to be aggressive and got right inside the court to take it early.
This is pretty close, I think, and I got a feeling this is good. It looked good through the air to me.
And he catches the outside edge, so it is a break. Mayer leads 1-love in the opening game of the second set. Some of the highlights out of the first set, Jeff.
Well, it was all Matosevic, wasn't it? And that was indicative of how he's seeing the ball today, certainly in the first set, timing the ball beautifully. He really was on to the second serve of MAYER and was serving well himself. And this was on basically set point. It was the last game, and was finding every line. And, it was 2 service breaks, but he's got more work to do now in the second set. Just not quite enough breeze there to bring that lob down.
Left. Second service. Low 30. Left for service.
Well, that's what Matosevic's game plan has obviously been, is to attack the second serve. And at the moment, Mayer's really struggling in that department. He's won 3 of 12 points when the second service had to be used.
Oh, what a return that time off the first serve. We're back on serve in the second. 1-1.
1 game over.
Had one of his career best wins last week, did Florian MAYER in Doha. Took out Andy Murray in the second round there. Murray still ranked 4 in the world currently. That was Murray's first week back on tour after back surgery and basically not playing from just after the US Open.
Pat Cash, of course, coming back well after his back surgery in his prime. Let's hope Murray can do likewise. Gee, that's a wonderful second serve from MAYER off a good second serve.
15-14.
This for a second serve, MAYER at full stretch. Wonderful return.
really had to stay on that forehand volley. It was a really good chip defensively from Florian MAYER. You'll see the chip here, and it's dropping with the breeze here, and MATOSEVIC stayed with that really well, controlled it. Sound under pressure then. Wrong angles. Florian MAYER breaks again. 3 breaks here in the third.
2 games for 1. Time. Love.
I went to that break saying it was in the third. Maybe that was subconscious, Jeff, of what this second set's looking like.
It's early days, but certainly timing the ball better than was the case in the first set. Ominous signs. Oh, good stuff. It's always good value to watch Florian MAYER because he gives you lots of variety, and MATOSEVIC here has had to work hard. Quickly moves across to take this on the forehand smash. Good movement. Well, good hands saving the day here for MAYER because he really got himself into trouble with an ordinary drop shot. And that's just improvisation. And well done.
Yeah. 40-15.
Quick game for Florian MAYER, and he leads 3-1 second set.
MAYER leads 3 games to 1.
I sense now that this match has really turned and that MAYER is playing it at the pace and the style that he wants to. He obviously made quite a few errors in the first set, but Marinko was aggressive, served well, used the forehand well, and kept the points short. And now these points are starting to be controlled completely by MAYER, whether it be through sneaking into the net, slice backhands, stepping in on the returns. Marinko has to change that now.
$15.
Even that point, I feel, is actually playing into the hands of MAYER.
I agree with you. MAYER is very comfortable with the dinks and the slices and the feel stuff. And even though Matosevic won that point, you feel like he's been seduced into playing a similar style of game.
Matosevic trying to go on the left outside line. The ball was called out. Those are returns. First service.
The sort of point that Matosevic was playing in the first set, had good rhythm on serve and was forcing errors off the return or short returns. And if they were short, he was quick to jump on them. This is this service direction of Matosevic. He's won 80% pretty much of first serves when they've gone into play. Good mixture, good variety, plenty of serves at the body.
What a beautifully constructed point, going cross court to the Matosevic forehand until one drops short right there. Through the line with a simple compact swing follow through and opens up the court. Can't play it any easier, that, can you?
Yeah, it's a drill that a lot of players do on a regular basis. It's a good drill, just exactly that. Cross court, wait for the short one, go down the line.
Well played then from Matosevic, but Matosevic played that point the opposite way. He went in coming cross-court and giving his opponent a chance to have different angles and looks at it. So if there was two ways to come forward, MAYER played it the right one. Matosevic got away with it, doing it the wrong way.
Stepping right inside the baseline to take the return.
Well, if you notice on that graphic before, all the blue dots on the second serve were in the centre of the court, and you mentioned they went to the body, Jeff, but they were short. And if you hit them too short too often, they'll get taken care of like that last one.
Advantage, MAYER. In.
Fair to say he's challenged without a lot of confidence. MAYER, he's moved across to the other side. Perhaps just wants to slow things down a little. So that's flush.
Yes. Advantage, MATOSEVIC. MAYER has 2 challenges remaining. Yes.
Good return, but they're the sort of shots that Matosevic has got to show a little bit more urgency with, I think. He got there okay, but didn't seem as if he really desperately wanted to dink the ball back, get it low, make his opponent play one more shot. MAYER really getting in very attacking positions now to take the second serve. Look at him, he's way inside the baseline, cutting off that second serve, so starting to time the ball much better than was the case in the first set.
Right, so Matosevic still yet to hold serve in this second set. MAYER leads 4-1.
MAYER leads 4-1. Time.
If you might have noticed just then, at the end of that point, Mayer just shook his head as if to say, why would I hit that ball cross-court? We've just spoken about that. And he recognised it.
$15. $15. $15.
Well, quick games here in this match, and Florian Mayer leads.
Mayer leads 5-1.
5-1, and it's sort of a strange match in a sense that we kind of predicted that it might happen this way. This is the way Mayer plays a lot of his matches, and once he starts to get control in these things, a lot of his opponents, they feel like they're a puppet on a string. They don't know whether to be conservative or they'll go too aggressive. I think the one thing you do need to do is actually try to take the match on and fluster Mayer, because if he feels comfortable, he'll start to sort of jerk you all around the court. The drop shots, the lobs, quick approaches.
I think he's got a way of making you play badly, because he does give you such a change-up of variety, and that's a skill.
And so what he's done is taken all the rhythm out of the Matosevic timing. In the first set, he was timing the ball fantastic. He looked great.
It's funny, Florian Mayer's his namesake, Gene Mayer, from another era. He played very much like that as well. Made you play badly with changes of spin and speed, rhythm.
Challenge, Florian.
Mayer challenged the call on the left, near side line. The ball was called out. Gossens. 15-30.
Really taking the returns early, isn't he? There's a lot of pressure on the second serve of Matosevic.
Important game here, I think, in every respect for Matosevic. If he wins it, obviously he's still alive, but if he was to lose it, not only does he lose the set, he gets Mayer to serve first in the third, and that's always a plus. That was a good scrambling, controlled shot from Matosevic.
40-30.
I wasn't sure he was even going to get there, and then he had a really good deep push right just inside the baseline. Must-win shot for him.
He held it and held it. Waited too long. Matosevic at last holds serve, but Mayer leads 5-2.
Mayer leads 5-2. Time. $15. Love. $15.
This was the first point of this game, as he's done a few times, just getting airborne to hit that wide running backhand.
What's your view on that? Quite a few players do that. That doesn't really seem to work all that often.
Looks good, though.
Yeah. That one was good.
Yeah, he's hit that shot well, certainly in the first set. Matosevic, not an easy shot to hit this off backhand. It's easy to go back down the line. Save the fact that it's got more court to work with, I guess, but he's done it well.
Another one.
$15-14.
Chance to get one of the breaks back.
Left for service.
And he does. So Matosevic hangs in here in the second. 5-3.
MAYER leads. 5-3. My bit. The lofting.
Fourth ace to keep the tally just one ahead of the double faults at 3 for the match. It's a good backhand when it gets set, isn't it? Hard to pick where he's going to go with it.
And he's turned us around in the last 15 minutes, Matosevic. He's just gotten back into doing what he was doing well in the first set, and that is pick his spot, hit it aggressively, play positively, don't get into little flirty and off-pace shots as MAYER has been doing.
Left, second service. 40-30.
Matosevic really getting hurt on the second serves, only winning 20% of points. 3 out of 15 he's won in this set, and that's the reason he struggled to hold serve. He's taking the returns early, isn't he? That's part of the pressure.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent serve. 148, 184 kilometres now towards the corner. Very short backswing from MAYER. And sweet, sweet timing.
Thank you.
Good play from
MAYER.
MAYER, brings up a set point.
MATOSEVIC.
There's the inside out. I'm not sure what you'd call that. Side spinning shot from 3 meters behind the baseline. Didn't get the job done, but it's indicative of the variety that he sends your way. Oh, and he held that beautifully. He'd been going cross court more often than not, and just waited and waited till the very last minute, which is what you can do when you hit down the line, because your contact point is always that fraction later when you go down the line. It's well played.
Yeah, he was going to hit 3 different shots there. He was going to... He's frustrated with himself because it looked like he was going to set up and whack the ball down the line with the two-hander, and then I think he thought about cross with the two-hander, and then he thought, no, I'll go with the slice at the last minute. Hit none of them.
I think the drop shot was in the equation at one stage as well.
It's out, and Matosevic hangs in. MAYER 5-4 in the second.
MAYER leads 5-4. Time.
I don't know, just
Florian MAYER serving for the second set. Already had one go.
15.
Dropped his serve to 15 when leading 5-2.
Let's go.
Saw the lights were on here at Ken Rosewell Arena, and it's only just past 4:30 in the afternoon. It's been a dull day.
30 love. What please? Low.
That's why. So it's a love game, and Florian MAYER takes the second set. We're split, one set apiece here at the Apia International.
He's game for 4. One set up.
yeah, go this way. He's gonna take you.
Final set. Low. 30 love. Low. Game.
Well, it was the perfect game for Matosevic to start the third set, a love game. And Jeff, the highlights of the second set, they're really from the mix of play from Florian MAYER.
And the return of serve of MAYER. He stepped up that part of his game, stood in early and tried to really put pressure on the Matosevic serve. Got away to a big lead, 5-1, and Matosevic regrouped nicely and stayed away from all the finesse and the flair of MAYER and got back into playing a little bit more hard and fast to the corners. So he's going to need to keep that going, I think, in the third set if he's to get the job done.
15 love.
Well, the winner of this match will take on the number 3 seed Andrea Seppi of Italy, and I don't think either of these guys would be majorly concerned about drawing Seppi. Obviously, he's had a great year and currently ranked 25 in the world, but he's the sort of player that you do get into a match with. You don't feel like you're going to get blown away by a massive serve or anything of the sort.
Low.
Good footwork from Matosevic, who's jammed, but makes a move to his right quickly and then just leans on the return down the line. Good stuff.
Off the frame, MAYER holds to level at 1-all.
One game on.
Just looking at the new rankings from this week after the Brisbane tournament in Doha, and Matosevic currently ranked 56 in the world. He needed a wild card to get in to this event at just over in the 60s, so just missed out by a couple of places by direct entry.
That's very nice.
How it works at these events here is that the cut is made 6 weeks prior to the start of the tournament, and the cut was at 57 in the end. So Matosevic inside of that now, but as I mentioned, that's 6 weeks ago when the players know what their schedule will look like.
Leighton Hewitt, a highest ranked Australian now.
Yeah, he went from 60 in the world to number 43. And Bernard Tomic currently sits at 52. Gives the game away there. And Matosevic leads 2-1, third set.
Matosevic leads 2 games to 1.
Bye-bye. Give me one back, please.
Well, a ripping return here on the first point from Matosevic gives him love 15 and a chance to build a bit of pressure. And a strange few points from Florian Mayer and body language, Jeff.
He gets a bit like that from time to time. Never write him off, though. He's too good a player. Always hard to read him. His body language sometimes a bit up and down, but his facial expressions are always rather blank.
Left the service.
I wonder if he's getting a little fatigued after that long trek from the Middle East. I mean, that last shot there at 15:30, it was high risk. He didn't want to do the work, didn't want to hit cross court and come back to the middle. Eagle will be happy with the situation. Can't read his expressions either.
Oh.
30-40.
Your feet got glued to the court then. Still a break point.
Yes. Wait, please. First. Advantage. MAYER.
Long. So
Equal out. Challenge.
I think that's long from
white baseline. The ball was called out.
our perspective, and real opportunity gone begging in this game for Matosevic. The forehand just got a little tentative deceleration into the ball at the crucial moments. Well, you'll forgive me for getting that one wrong.
What are you talking about? It was way in. I'll try and get out of it.
So that was a winner. So back to Deuce.
Deuce.
That one's long. The other one was 1 millimetre in.
Advantage. MAYER.
Like I said, in by a long way. Bad miss, Todd.
MAYER hangs on to survive the service game. 2-all, third set.
2 games over. Second service. Love.
Well, disappointing news for the tournament down at the Amy Classic in Melbourne with Leighton Hewitt pulling out. But to be honest and be fair, it's the best decision for Leighton to go ahead and have a good Australian Open, keep the run going.
Yeah, that win there in Brisbane last week would have taken something out of him, both physically and emotionally. Coming forward, but you can see only reaching the service line. That's where the problem was. You can't really expect to hit good winning angle volleys from there.
Matosevic yet to drop a point on serve in this third set. He leads 3-2.
Matosevic leads 3-2. Time. No.
Well, nothing wrong with MATOSEVIC taking that shot on. I think that's what he's got to try to do. He's got to try to spread the court a little quicker than keeping the rally going back and through the centre of the court.
Well, this is good stuff from MATOSEVIC, just lifting his intensity, it seems to me, and he needs to right here. He's got an opportunity. He's up 3-2. He's won the first point, and now the second. Sorry, he lost the first point. My mistake. 15-all.
30-15.
I remember that first point, the backhand he went after. He hit it beautifully, but unfortunately it was out. So 30-15.
$40-15.
If you just take note of the court positioning at the present moment, Mayer just inside the court. He's the one moving the ball around. MATOSEVIC 2 metres behind the baseline.
Left service.
Too good. Too good.
Yeah,
so it's level, tied up at 3-all, third set.
3 games all.
Really good stuff there from Mayer. Often he sneaks into the net after a really good, aggressive slice backhand. He knows the opponent's going to have to hit up, and there he sneaks in, and a very good first volley into the bargain. Well played.
Good stuff. You know, when I was talking about the court positioning a moment ago, it's so important at this stages of matches to be the one that is basically dictating terms, because they're the players that maybe, what, 90% of the time, Jeff, end up winning the match. Sitting back and hoping someone's going to give it to you just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was interested to see Bernard Tomic quoted in the press today as saying that's how he needs to play.
That's how he won this tournament last year.
Indeed he did, quite absolutely. And he needs to match that performance tactically again today. Especially with the balls being a little quicker this year, you get more reward when you play positively, when conditions are a little speedier.
Yes, good start. He actually hesitated the first time he hit the stretch ball. He could have gone in and got that same volley. Had to wait an extra couple of shots, but that's the proactive play we need to see from Matosevic.
And of course, you can only come forward to take that in the air if you are playing close to the baseline. So positioning, very much the key.
The Australian keeps his nose in front. He leads 4-3, final set.
Viewer, please, no change. After the retreats, 4-3. Time.
Important opening point for Matosevic.
Strange choice as well for Mayer. He's serving with new balls, so they're flightier, they're bouncier, and a drop shot's not the way to use them.
And that's the sort of tennis that'll win this match for Matosevic. Break points. Up this end earlier in the set in the fourth game. So can he break this time, Matosevic? Love 40.
Left for service.
What a game, Jeff.
The sort of game that you were looking for, Todd, as was I. He's imploring the crowd to get behind him. It was a very positive game. He took it, didn't wait for Mayer to present it to him.
No, that was perfect. That was exactly as we hoped that he would do. Now, these first 2 points of this game as he served for it, he needs to play in the same way.
Well, a couple of opportunities went begging. He got away with it, but he hesitated. Matosevic first on a forehand that was half court that he really didn't get onto and went backwards, and then a backhand likewise. Finally, giving him an error. Good weight of shot off the ground. Good racket speed.
Well, from 3-all, 30-all, it's been a run of 8 straight points to Matosevic. Make that 9 and 3 match points.
Below.
Must played poker, Josh, surely, was he?
I can tell you he's stewing inside. 2 more still. Well done. Matosevic is through to the second round. That ball's gone downtown. And he'll be a happy man. Matosevic takes out Florian Mayer in 3 sets, 6-2, 4-6, 6-3. I'll tell you what, that's a mighty good belt to get that ball